Okay, looks like we're live.
Are we live? You know what? We are, because I can hear it. All of Discord just booed that I'm not Shiloh.
Oh, that's Discord.
Who said Shiloh?
I'm sorry to Discord that I didn't say anything, but it got so you guys were having fun on your betting on odds and I didn't win any money.
Mine says waiting for Cowlazars.
Yeah, we're live on a different darn. It's unacceptable. All right.
That's kind of funny.
Hey, everybody. We're having some issues. Hang on. Dan's in trouble, Tacoma Kick says. This was an April Fool's joke. We're over here. I'm over here now. So we do this, do this.
Stay tuned. Technical difficulties.
Holy said, follow me, please. I love it.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
No, just stay where you're at. Julio will get everybody over here.
Okay.
All right, everybody. So today is the special Thanksgiving edition, and that's why we had to have a turkey on. Copper, Dan.
Hey, that was wow. Taking shots at me already. Wait till K-Pro digs out the red button.
Oh, thank you, Holy. Yeah, not sure what happened. Hope if you can't make your way over here in a little treasure hunt, you can't make your way over here.
Yeah.
Not gonna go live.
Oh, and you guys won't believe who is at Copper Dan's house. Is it Shiloh? Is it it Jack? Is it just wait until you see what we have.
What are we talking about?
Okay, I just got home. I don't know what you rascals are up to.
I don't know. I'm here because I was asked to moderate. I think Mike and K-Pro are they're gonna battle.
I can't even go live anymore. Obviously, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. What the heck?
You're fired. You.
I'm telling you.
I'm a walking soundboard.
All right. So what are we talking about tonight, guys? Is there anything going on? Or there's nothing at all going on?
You won a poker tournament yesterday.
Second place.
Nice
Second
job.
place.
Why we didn't go live. One of the reasons.
Did you chop it or did you
No, we played it out. I came in second. So it was fun to play it out for once.
I went back to our little online tourney that the boys are having. I hadn't played in a year and I won the first, Poker Stars let me
how much
win.
They hate you when you do that, or if you're not in the group that, there's a group of them that track points. When I go in, they're like, oh, I need the first place.
You're going to screw us up.
Yeah, I screw up the metrics. You probably screw up the metrics too. Yeah.
So Mike, what's on the agenda there, Michael?
Yeah, Mike.
That's whatever. It's a free for all. It's whatever you want to talk about. Anybody can come on that wants to come on. It's just, whatever. Whatever.
Okay.
I'm ready to go to bed at this point.
How's your bidding going on your frog, Ribbit?
You mean my account has been suspended. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, somebody called and said, get K-Pro out of here. So.
You're not going to let that frog slip away from you.
Well, I did contact Heritage and asked them, that's one of the things I can talk about, and said, why was my account suspended? And they said they need to do a background check on me before they would allow me to come back on, and they need a picture of my ID. And I said, but I know all these other people. The only thing I want to know is this Heritage policy, or did you get this from the LLC? Is that a request by them? And they are not answering that. So I told them, if I don't know my information staying private, I'm not going to be willing to just answer. It's not going to the outside party. That should be it. They won't do that. So I am at this point not putting I don't know. It's so weird that it happened the day after my last video. Shame on Heritage.
I heard it was in Forrest Fenn's will that you never get the frog. So that's what happened. Is that true?
I don't know. They sent that to North Carolina before.
Now, Mike, you could be the hero of the story here. Buy the frog for Christmas.
Yeah. I don't like the frog. I didn't know what the attraction was.
Oh, this hasn't been a conversation in our house at all, Copper Dan. I'm not getting that damn frog. Let's just be clear.
The gold coin would be okay. I mean, not the frog. I don't know. I don't even know how many grams the frog is. Does anybody know? It's probably in the description, but
probably.
Is it, I wonder, is that 24 karat or is it only a,
I don't know. Most of them say 90% gold, 10% copper. Or is that the coins? I don't know.
no,
And then I asked about the reserve.
the coins should be 0.999, I think,
Oh, I
but I
don't know.
guess I haven't really looked.
See, Jeremy doesn't want to get on the naughty list. I love heritage auctions. And you
Uh,
love the LLC and you love everyone. And you get on the naughty list and you get suspended.
Okay, Pro, maybe you should listen to Jeremy. Do what Jeremy does.
Nah, not my style. I'd rather say shame on you. But I did ask about the reserve. They're still deciding on the reserve, and they're still deciding from a security standpoint if they're going to have a live auction at the end, if it's going to be like available for people to come in. But I did hear there's a naughty list for that too. Not everybody's going to be allowed in either way.
These are some questions that should have been answered about a week and a half ago.
The way they did this is horrible. I don't understand. Yeah.
Well, did you see all the dust got bid up?
Yeah.
Mike,
So
can
all
you
the little slabs of dust got bid up, and Matt, Smell the Sunshine, did a great video, and he explained that's going to show how much this is going to skyrocket. So that's an indicator that it got put up just under the reserve. I mean, come
It's a
on.
coincidence.
Yeah, don't pee on my leg.
Bidding
and
them
tell me
all
it's
up,
raining.
Copper Dan. What are you doing?
Yeah, Copper Dan, if that's your real name.
I bid
Spell
on
Stu.
2 items. In all honesty, I have bid on 2 items, and I'm not going to bid any more until I find out more information or until the last day comes.
What more information do you need?
The solution.
Like how this thing is going to end on the last day, you know.
Well, I heard that you have to go up on Discord, find the right troll account, or ask Cynthia to tell Matt to tell Justin that puts it on Amy's channel, but she won't put it on her channel. So it goes to Thor, but only under a pseudonym. That's how I heard that they're dealing with $1 million auction.
And that's how you get yourself on the naughty list.
Yeah.
And we drink my apple juice.
Yeah. You drink your apple juice.
I don't know. It's pretty crazy. I've heard, yeah, let's see.
This chase gets more and more and more bizarre.
Yeah.
It's going to be over December 12th, right? That's it.
Rudy Green bid $9 on everything. It didn't work out.
You ready to go with the next treasure hunt, Dan? Trolls Cash Part 2?
You know, I thought I was done with those goofy things, but man, they just suck you back in.
You have an idea. There it is on the maps right there behind you. You have an idea and you're like, I could make that work, right? And then the next year's planning, rhino and stealing.
And K-Pro said she would fund the whole thing. Really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Maybe the anonymous
Well,
LLC.
with the money she's saving from the frog.
Look at it that way. Yeah, that's true. So I had a winning bid. I don't even know if I do anymore. Let me
Pull
look.
it up. Let's go.
Wait, your account's probably suspended.
Let's share. Can you share
By
screen, Mike, and take
association.
a look?
Yeah. Oh, so I don't understand how to tell which one it says I'm winning one, but I bid on so many.
Don't show it. Everybody will bid on it just for.
Yeah, right. That's true. All right, hang on.
Well, should we hit the breaking news button?
That doesn't soundboard's broke. I can do it. But that ain't gonna play right.
Oh my goodness. Cowlazars is falling apart.
It's
I'm
over.
telling
You know it's over when
everybody super chat $5. Need a new soundboard.
you. Yeah. What's the breaking news, K-Pro?
What's the breaking news?
Let's see. K-Pro will find $100 for each day that. Oh, he deleted it. It was something about Copper Dan. Packer
Who's
Jack
that?
made a very funny remark, I think. No, it's not breaking news. I'm just being funny.
Oh,
Hello, Eleanor.
So
Hey.
soundboard's
Okay,
technically broke.
okay.
Something going on here. Anyway, go ahead.
I a week ago said, I'm all done. And then Mike goes, we're going live. I'm like, Mike, what do you like? I just walked in. Like, what's going on?
Never done. Come on. Never
I
done.
said, I'm not doing any more shows. I thought I could be in chat rooms. And
We
then
don't do
we'll go
Mondays and
find it.
Thursdays in the set schedule anymore.
Oh.
We go live whenever we feel like it.
Yeah, you guys know you're going live over the Copper Factory tonight. I mean,
Well,
Copper Factory's dead.
Is it you live on your channel right now?
the Copper Factory is dead.
You do both.
Done.
Oh, it'll come back.
Finished.
Now, you say you're
Copper
done all the
Factory
time
got
too.
Shut down.
Hotel California.
Yeah, I know. All of us.
Like
Okay, so we covered Heritage suspends people if they get naughty. The live auction may be happening or may not, but there's a list whether you can get in or not. And then there's going to be a reserve or maybe not. They're still deciding.
Should we do a meetup at Heritage?
They were talking about it, but
Search your meetup.
Cynthia was going to do a meetup, but then it's like a week and a half away and
Well,
they can't
that's
even
plenty of
decide if
time.
there's a reserve or they can't even decide it. I mean, I don't, I don't understand this at all. This is the biggest S show after the stupidest S show and the most ridiculous S show. This is like the big, huge one, right?
There's your title for the video, Mike. You call it the S show.
The biggest S show of all S shows.
Ooh,
Oh, there's
Call of Duty
breaking
just
news.
updated.
And put
All
some
right.
exclamation points in there.
Okay, everybody. World Series of Fenn is going to be February 5th, the weekend of February 4th, actually. So I don't know when the poker tournament is yet. I emailed them. They haven't emailed me back, but that's the weekend. We just don't know what time the poker tournament will be. But the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the February 4th weekend. Get out to Vegas and yeah, we'll have some fun. Somebody bring the treasure chest.
And guess what?
You can all
I
peek
do
in.
not have an art show this year.
Oh, you might make it.
That's why I've been on you guys.
Yeah.
I needed to schedule something. I'm like, Jesus, I'm gonna wait for Mike and
Oh.
Christy to come out.
Did you see Czar?
February 4 weekend. What's that?
Czar says the weekend after we all lose our statuses.
Oh, for Diamond. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Great. But if you reserve it now, this happened to me last year. You reserve it now, you should be okay. I don't know.
Mike
Okay.
N says, Dan, when are you and Packer Jack doing another copper factory? Or did the factory get shut down?
The factory is temporarily closed.
Did you hear temporarily, my
Yeah.
friends? There is breaking news.
Change your mind. Thanks, Randy. February 4th. February 4th of next year, everybody. Come to Vegas that weekend. We'll figure out the events. We'll figure it all out. But people want to book rooms and make flights and put gas in the car. So February 4th.
I'm gonna write this down.
December 2nd is Czar's 40th birthday. I didn't know you
Wow.
were such a young
God,
one.
I know it. He is.
Wow.
So we hope to see everybody at World Series of Fenn that was there last year. And we hope to see a lot of new people. This
Fab.
technically is the end of the
So
throw case
is
of the
February 5, is that a Saturday?
No,
Yeah,
Feb
that whole week.
4.
Yes.
Oh,
Feb
Feb
4 is
4.
Saturday. Get
February.
it, Feb 4, Jenny Kyle, Feb 4. Anybody?
Hopefully we'll have the poker tournament Saturday, February 4th in the afternoon. Bally's just opened a brand new 17, 18 table poker room. It's awesome, but they haven't emailed me back, probably because they're a little busy. So
But
All
full
right.
press, that's what we purposely do. So if we make it on the Super Bowl weekend, hotels will be astronomical. If we make it during the playoffs, it's astronomical. So we do it purposely between that, so then we can get some discounted rooms.
Right.
That's that.
or
So that map I made last year for the World Series of Fenn,
Yeah.
that Czar and Meeps won.
never find it.
Freaking FedEx. I mean, first of all, they damaged it and then they lost it. And then I heard that they didn't even give them any money for it.
I heard that it's at Justin's house.
Well, that I didn't hear.
Yeah, there's a
I'm
log.
here all
on it.
night.
Oh.
I'm here all night.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
like
But,
there's the log and then that, and then there's 2 trail cams on each side.
they put the map out in the woods.
Only if you bring it, Nemo. He says, is the winner of the World Series of Fenn get the frog. Only if you bring it, Nemo.
Yeah,
That's right.
donations will be.
So what's the
accepted.
updates on appointments for these items in this auction? Are there any updates on if you can make an appointment or not? Or do we know what's going
Well,
on?
the last I heard, so I called Heritage once, and then I just thought this is so ridiculous that the LLC is doing it through various Discord accounts or Cynthia that tells someone, but I called once, and all I was told was, and I've had there are a couple searchers that I trust enough to not have shenanigans, told me, it depends on the item that you are bidding on, whether they're going to allow you to see it at all. And then it's going to be possibly the day before, but it's going to be a by appointment only. And as of day before yesterday, the owners had not decided. I guess there's security issues and other things. I've heard from some other people.
Would you want us showing up?
Oh, I'm on the naughty list. I knew others were. I didn't think I was that. I didn't think I should get suspended
I don't-
over all of it.
I don't need to see what I'm bidding on. Now, if us showing up meant we not only get to see the item, but we get to see the treasure chest, I might go. But if I only get to see the item I'm bidding on, I'll just
Well,
Wait.
originally I was told that that was the reason that like Cynthia had the picture with the treasure chest and the dragon bracelet. It was going to be on display to authenticate it. But then I heard, no, neither of those items will be on display. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know any of it anymore.
That's what those pictures are what threw me to 100,000% on that Friday morning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thank you, Cynthia.
Oh,
Yep.
that she was there.
And then Matt had some additional pictures, he said, from Cynthia. So there's even more different ways. And she now has said this publicly, so I will say it. She saw words and lettering on the olive jar, and she compared it to her rumblings and ramblings, and it didn't match. So she didn't have the scoop like some of you guys. I think Packer Jack's the one that did all the analysis, and we have new words that we know aren't in the olive jar.
So according to the recent bid activity, the total for all the items is currently at 369,369. We're about.
So it went up. It actually went up.
Yeah.
It was at 364 earlier.
All the dust slabs, they went from $10 each to $420 for every single one of them, all on the same day. It was remarkable.
I don't think those are worth that much.
Right, they're not. And it's so amazing that Matt thought that showed that all of the items will eventually go up, because there's actual gold coins that are still sitting at $20 and $30 and $40. But the dust that's worth right around $130, $140 have gone to $420, just under the reserve amount, just under the supposed reserve amount. Isn't that remarkable?
Is there a reserve amount on everything?
I was told they're still deciding. And I think on Discord, they said.
It says no reserve currently.
Well, it said, and I'm so glad I screen captured it. It said at a time, oh, where is it? It said reserve pending, reserve pending, but now it says no reserve. But when I talked to Heritage, they said they have the right, if you look in the fine print, as long as it's before the live, they can add it back in if they want. And they don't have to publicize it.
They're not going to let something go for $10. I mean, it just
right. But they advertised it that way, that they were. I mean, now that was through Cynthia. So maybe, they can change their mind. So basically, I'm taking it that anything that's not on the Heritage site, it's until we see it change. We can't go by a troll account that said Cynthia was silly. No, Mama Q, I was on Discord. I left Discord, and I will not be back. I am on other Discord accounts, meaning for my writing and stuff, but no,
we have some good intellectual discussions on there.
Then it must have changed dramatically, because it used to be C word. No, Cynthia said she was called the C word the other day.
Yeah, well, there still is.
I know
there's still
one
some
that
of
gets
that
away with everything.
But you got a
moderator in there, Dan. Any moderators on this?
Yeah,
I'm not
either. Not that I actually have a pair.
I've actually been put in timeout twice.
Probably over the same person.
There's a reason why they call it Discord, everybody. Get it?
Anyway.
So the other 17 grand. Oh, Hooli says the C word was removed. I did it. Cynthia, is that what we're talking about? The C word? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
We'll see you next Tuesday. All right. Well, no, not Cynthia. I'm just saying that somebody said
that.
Yeah,
but would you have thought, okay, let's say I was writing a book. Let's just say that. If you were to say, after all of this, and you get to the chapter where you don't know anything about, you're just reading a book like Doug Preston on Bloodless, and you open the page that says, and the anonymous LLC decides to go to Discord and create several troll accounts, and that's how they're communicating about their multi-million-dollar auction.
All that tells me
wouldn't even be able to make that up. That's so ridiculous.
All that tells me is that member of the LLC is definitely a searcher that's on YouTube with multiple accounts and all the BS that's been going on.
Isn't that crazy that they are one of those? Yeah.
Packer Jack says the words in the jar seem to be an update about Skippy, him being the first to go, his wedding ceremony to Donna, like an addendum to Rumblings and Ramblings. So somebody's going to pay 17 grand for an addendum to, I mean,
well, so let's give the only anywhere near breaking news, because I'm not talking to any official sources. I'm not doing any of that anymore. But so some of you may know that, because we didn't report it on this channel, and you sure as heck, most of you don't listen to this person, that Shiloh responded to Candy over what's in the olive jar. And for those of you that are questioning, because most of you know that is as insane as it can be, that someone that has said the things she said about Forrest would even have any communication. But it was, in fact, Shiloh that did respond to Candy. And he said, not only are you not able to reproduce because they have the copyright, but that's at a whole different level. They're not even allowed to talk about the topic that is within the olive
Shiloh
jar.
can say whatever he wants. It doesn't mean anything, in my opinion. He doesn't. So doesn't that mean they know what's in it? If they don't want it released, they must know what's in it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. So, but I don't think legally they have nobody can publish it. Nobody can resell it. 'Cause they have copyright.
Right. But just say that you can't even talk about the topic that's in it.
No, it doesn't.
You know, we talked about some of that. We had Hillary's husband was
Tree.
on,
Yeah.
and
Tree.
he actually confirmed a lot of what Shiloh
About
was
the
saying,
reproduction and fair use. but-
on, you know, we were, you know, like, can it be read? Can the whole thing be read on a live stream? And
no,
that
it
does
cannot.
appear to be no.
Right.
The whole
But
thing.
my
cannot be
question-
read. That's
Right.
But could it be read in sections? Remember when Toby read the Thrill of the Chase? But he
Well,
did
I think there's a difference.
he did it in sections, and they talk about it and then read, you know, and they wouldn't read everything, I guess.
Well, so there's two things. One, you can't read the whole thing because it's copywritten, but you have what's called fair use. And fair use, there's not a concrete number, but it's usually between 10 and 20% that you can use excerpts of. But you can absolutely say, so let's say Forrest wanted to say the olive jar is similar to TTOTC. If I said TTOTC is a treasure hunting book about Forrest Fenn, no one can sue me for saying that. That's a general statement. What
Right.
Shiloh said,
and
and this has made two things happen. One, and I don't know which one, you guys can probably come up with different statements better than I, or conspiracy theories. It made the olive jar jump. Was that their goal? In price, in bids. But it also, I know two bidders that said, I don't want to go against the family. And obviously this is something the family doesn't want out. I am out. I know a bidder that was going to go very high level and share with the community. And I think Ben also said, so there's two different people that have said, I'm now out because of what Shiloh told Candy that said on Discord. It's like,
No.
again, can this be more ridiculous?
Packer
I don't
Jack's
get it.
got a good point. He
What's
says
that?
there's a difference between intellectual property and copyright. The estate is claiming intellectual property. Most of you are citing copyright law. I don't know what the intellectual property law is, but I will say this. The reason, you know, I can take this book right here and I can read it, Star Trek, everybody, and I can give a summary and do a review and all that is because it was available for purchase. I bought it. I own this copy, even though I don't own the actual copyright or the intellectual property. I think Gene Roddenberry's family probably owns that. But the difference is the olive jar was never up for sale.
Correct.
That autobiography, now it is up for sale as part of the treasure chest, and that's the weird part. You know what I mean? It is up for sale to the highest bidder, but
There
that
must
person
be
do a
something on
summary
the inside of it that says that, because they just say some random person would have found this before Forrest, or let's say the chest didn't ever get found for 100 years, and all these videos that we've made and Forrest's statements are gone, and someone found it. There must be something on the inside that also has some
Yeah,
instructions
Duck is
with
right.
that.
Intellectual property is the umbrella, and under intellectual property is copyright, patent, trademark, etc. So though it's much like Department of Interior is the umbrella and Yellowstone is the underling. Very similar
Good
for
one.
those of you that can.
Do you think that's going to turn into a S show?
I don't know. It seems like there's a game afoot, and I don't know if people are in
it
the
depends
game.
what
I
who
don't-
the buyer, what they do
I
with it.
think people are done with games.
Well, part of me says if Shiloh and the family didn't want it out and didn't even want the person to share it, like you can't even mum the words that are considered a part of it. I can see why Jack's like, this is an S, like I'm done with you people. I can see that, but it made some people bid on it. Why wouldn't, if the family really didn't want it out that bad, why didn't they just go and put a bid on it? Or maybe that's what they're trying to do, is make some of the good people that did have money go away because they're saying I'm not going against the family, so now they can get it at a lower cost. Who the hell knows?
I guess we're going to find out in what's their 20 days.
Or we
left?
won't. I don't think it's going to hit reserve. If I were to guess, my guess is the reserve is put at $500,000. We don't know what the reserve is. Heritage has said they don't have to share. So I don't think it's ever going to see the light of day. And I think the LLC is how they've been working this so far. I would guess maybe it's intentional, because you cannot be this ridiculously sloppy and lack business acumen like they have been. So are they that stupid, or are they that brilliant?
Jeremy
I think they
Parnell
might be that
says
brilliant.
they have repeatedly said there's no reserve, and the website says there's no reserve. Will that change? I guess we'll find out. We'll see. Are they going to let?
Where did the $475 come from? Someone said they saw it on Discord that the reserve is going to be $475.
That's the problem. It's Discord. You can't believe
That is where the
but you
LLC is giving their information.
I wouldn't believe anything from that person, because they're in Discord making statements. You know what I mean? And that's no slam against Discord anywhere, a chat room,
Right.
on Tor. I wouldn't. Oh, I heard.
I wouldn't have believed that it was even the LLC until Cynthia's like, yep, that's him.
I heard there's a $2 million reserve. So there. I mean, it's the same.
I can't believe this thing actually happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
I have
no,
people
but
here
wait,
talking about it.
We have Tesoro Sagrado saying now on YouTube. So if it's on 2 social medias as random accounts, does that make it so? Maybe Heritage should say that. If there's no reserve, they should just put on the cover page, there is no reserve and there will never be. Because
But
that's
each
not what the
item-
Heritage people said to me.
Each item says there's no reserve. I bet you every auction
Right.
they have the right to add one, but I don't know. So the olive jars is 17 grand, which, yeah, I don't understand it, but
Yeah,
I think it's going
and
to
that's
keep going.
exactly right, Ben. Yeah.
It's been sitting for a little bit, but
I mean, you got $2,000 gold coins, and that's, worth of gold, not the numismatic. And I cannot see that they're going to be sold for 400 or $500. We'll see at the
Why
end.
is the dust, every single dust slab significantly
Let's see.
more than some of the gold coins, all bid up on the exact same day?
Well, don't you think it's one buyer who's like, I'm going to put 500 on each one, and that's what they did.
I wish,
For
that
money.
stuff I was hoping would stay low for the searchers that didn't have.
Right.
So 3 grams. How much are 3 grams of gold worth? Let's look it up.
It's
Price of gold.
$52, I think. So it'd be 156. I'm going to be off a few bucks, but
But
So-
this is Forrest Fenn's gold dust, though.
But,
that.
right. And so the gold dust is going for 3 times the value, but the gold
Right.
coins that are worth thousands more are still sitting at $50.
Yeah, well, by the end, though, I bet you it all changed.
They'll come.
Well, like Matt said, this is an indicator. This is a marketing ploy, maybe. This is I don't know. I don't know.
It was good to see Matt's video up. I think it was you that told me. Yeah, Matt put a video up, and I'm like, who's?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike's throwing money around.
Yeah. To the high bidder over here. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's pretty crazy. Well, nobody thought the auction was ever going to happen. When Cynthia told us go live and this is what's going on. A little did we know Cynthia was there. She had pictures. She had a video. She was just like, tell people. And you know how many people K-Pro were like, never. It's not at Heritage.
Right.
Auctions. They
But
will not do an auction
this is
without
where-
advertising.
This
This
is
whole
where,
thing has been different.
and
So-
that's where I guess I thought it would go from anonymous YouTube people talking about being the LLC, and then Cynthia confirming the Discord guy is, but then the Discord guy is also guys that were saying it wasn't, and they tracked their accounts and stuff. I didn't think any of that would happen. I thought it was going to be secret until it wasn't, and then it would go more formal, and like Heritage would be putting out stuff. I did not think, like we have Tesoro Negrano in here right now giving us updates. I didn't think I thought it might go through Heritage or some sort of maybe medium account.
Why did you have me on? You should have had him on. I'm
I
nobody.
didn't want to have anybody. I showed up here, and why the hell are we even here? What are we talking about other than really weird anomalies that really make this?
Well, what else do you got on your list?
Let's see. They suspended my account. Is there going to be a live auction? We don't know. Is there going to be a reserve? Right now it says no. It's before it didn't. The dust was all bid up. Matt did verify the contents. That was actually one of mine, and had some new secret pictures, which was really cool. Not from Heritage, on another searcher. Sorry. Shiloh, I did confirm that Shiloh did respond to Candy. And those messages were interesting. It wasn't just the intellectual property, it's any discussion about the contents. And they will be taking swift and legal action if anyone decides to, question them or whatever.
I clipped the video and I put it on your Facebook page on the spot that he did say that when they
Christy, they
when
had
they read it.
said, she asked what was strange about my account. The day after I did my last video, they just said it was suspended and I need to have a background check done and submit a copy of my ID for them to consider reinstating it. And I asked if that was Heritage that made the request or was it the LLC? And they will not confirm. They just said I need to provide it to be able to even have an account, not bid, to even have an account. And I said, ooh, if you're not even going to confirm that you are not breaching confidentiality of your fellow bidders, all they have to say is no or yes, or whatever their policy is, reference the policy, but they wouldn't. And I'm just you guys should know more than most. You don't hand over people complete background checks. Why would you need a background check to bid? I'm not even trying to bid. I never placed a bid ever.
That is,
You just did a watch on a bunch of items, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is weird.
Only thing I can think is because I joined Heritage Auctions way back when I was on the Pawn Stars show, because I thought about auctioning what I won, the gold medal, on Heritage Auctions. So I made an account 10 years ago or 8 years ago.
Hey,
So
what'd you
I
ever do
wonder
with that?
What's that? I
Would you-
sold it back to Pawn Stars for
Oh, you
50
did.
grand. Yeah. Because I talked to the guy at Heritage Auctions and he's like, soccer here in the US is not as popular as he's like, you might want to find an auction house for overseas. In Europe, it would do better. It was, just so anybody who doesn't know, it was a 1970 gold medal. It was Pele's last game, which the World Cup's going on right now, right? So anyway, so I've had that account and I wonder, because I bid on a bunch, low amounts, but I bid on a bunch of items, which have all surpassed my bids, but I didn't get, my account didn't require any kind of verification. I just had to put a credit card like everybody else. But I'm just wondering, because you just made your account, K-Pro, has anybody else made an account just for the purpose of this auction and then bid? Did they have the same issue?
Tons.
And
Yeah.
you bid, Dan?
Yep, I made the account. I didn't put financial, I didn't put a credit card in immediately.
Okay.
And then when
Yeah, that's
when
how
I
did.
when I finally
waited
got
like a
some
week.
a couple, it was a couple of weeks later when it went live, I went, okay, all right. So then I
Well,
went in and
The LLC is speaking and on behalf of the LLC on a random anonymous YouTube, and says the LLC has no influence on anyone's account being suspended. This is purely a function of how Heritage operates. I wish Heritage would say that. No offense to you. I'm sure, LLC guy, you're trying your best with your situation you have, but random YouTube account, no name, it's hard to, it would be great if Heritage actually said that, because they are at least known. I mean, there could be 5 Tesoro Sagrado accounts. I have no idea. And I understand that you have validated through Cynthia that you were on Discord, but Jeremy did a show that showed how 3 of your accounts were saying that it wasn't happening and Cynthia was this terrible person. So I'm confused. I don't know. I just think it's good common practice to actually have a venue to communicate more formally. But hey, I'm crazy. I don't own a treasure chest. Who am I?
so
we got to talk about
Oh
this.
yeah, the counterfeit coins.
Yeah. Well, first we got a super chat. Little Engine That Could with the $2 super chat says Olive Jar leads to Cody, Wyoming? ? We'll never know, because whoever buys it's probably never going to release anything. But go ahead, Copper Dan.
I lost my thought.
right.
Go, don't worry
The
about it.
LLC said to Cynthia that they didn't open the jar, but Heritage only put seemingly intact or supposedly or something. Is there a reason that that isn't? So I'm trying to parse apart what we officially know versus what comes through the grapevine. And I get it. I was a part of the grapevine, but from the back end, found some significant inconsistencies that I know are factually incorrect. And that's part of the reason I don't want to be a part of this anymore, because everybody is saying stuff that's just not. Some of the things that are being said by official sources are not the case. And I'm so over. So when can we get someone other than a random account that's anonymous to respond to $1 million auction? I know that's crazy to ask for.
Because how do we know this Tesoro Sagrado in our chat is the right one?
Well, I'll probably get a message from Cynthia that said, yes, that's him or something. It's so dumb.
So in other words, there were some fake coins. This is what Hooli and Tesoro are going back and forth on. Does everybody realize that? So what Tesoro said is, I just lost it. Tesoro said 5 coins from the treasure were identified as counterfeit by the NGC. Heritage cannot auction counterfeit currency. The coins were returned to the LLC. So there were 5 coins in Forrest Fenn's treasure chest that were counterfeit. What do you guys think about that? If this is to be true, because again,
So when a coin is counterfeit, is it still gold? And it was just stamped with like a double eagle counterfeit?
I don't know. Oh, so the double eagle is the counterfeit part.
I
Well,
don't.
okay, so here's one. I'm going to give an example of why this Tesoro Sagrado is saying something different than Cynthia told me, and I don't know who's mistaken. It says, Heritage has been challenging to work with to arrange an in-person viewing. I have heard LLC and Heritage are not going to be BFFs after this, but they says the LLC is still hopeful for all to have a chance to have an in-person viewing. I was specifically told not everyone is going to have an opportunity. There are some security risks, and there is a list of people that are not going to be able to view. So either Tesoro Sagrado is maybe not the LLC, or maybe didn't want that information out. I didn't know it was private information because I'm probably on that list, for goodness sake. But there's a list of people that if you bid, it doesn't matter if you bid, you're not going to be able to see you're not going to get a viewing period because there is a list of security issue searchers. That's what I was told. He is saying something different here. So who do we believe? The random account, Cynthia, or Heritage is saying nothing?
Well, Mock Smith says, I'm sure Forrest Fenn was not aware that they were counterfeit when he put them in the chest.
Right. He went to gun
Probably.
shows and picked them up. And somebody said, and there were several that were, I think the list is 8 or 10. Out of 500, that's not a lot. It's still several, but it's not a lot in comparison. It's what? 5%, 2%. If you got him at gun shows, I bet you he didn't even know. That's my guess.
And
So
Brandy says, I'll take the counterfeits. How much?
Exactly.
I mean, they all see can sell them. It's just how do you know they were the ones?
I
They're
heard Heritage
Forrest Fenn's
said no.
treasure chest. They're worth something. So
I heard Heritage said no. They could do it on eBay, or they could do it through a random troll account.
well, Forrest sold fake paintings.
That's what I was just thinking in my head. The fact that there were 5 counterfeit coins in that chest is actually kind of par for the course. I mean, it kind of just fits.
Forrest, yeah. Miss the old Cowlazars soundboard. I don't know if you guys can hear any of this. Here, let me try one.
I heard that.
I don't know if you guys can hear it though. All right, here's one.
Well, I didn't know they made 9th place ribbons.
I don't know if they could hear that. Let me know if you guys can hear that in the chat or not. I haven't been on.
Well, so now he's saying, okay, everyone with Heritage accounts should be allowed to bid. Okay, that we know isn't happening. Additionally, if an in-person viewing is successfully arranged, we don't know how to do that, everyone will be allowed to view the treasure. Okay, then Cynthia.
He means
flat out lied. Cynthia misunderstood. Cynthia didn't have a significant discussion with me about. Cynthia could be wrong and
mistaken, you know.
Maybe she's mistaken. Yeah. Okay, let's see how successful everyone is, and we will be able, proof's in the pudding. And I think Cynthia will be vindicated.
K-Pro, keep drinking. Calm down. Take a breath.
I'd love to say a few more things. LLC guy.
It's going to be okay.
Is the grapevine.
Hey, Tesoro Negrado.
Packer Jack says there's apparently a sociopath behind the LLC. They would not even be in here if they had no emotional interest in the items. They're simply altruistic. This is sick. I don't know about sick. They have an interest to make the bids go up. I mean, they don't have an emotional interest. They have a financial interest.
So they're in here to just work the emotions of the chase community to be able to get a little bit more. And hey, let's bid up the lowest bid items to really get those people. Mike.
Well, all he did was
I'm with Packer Jack.
All he did was answer the questions that people asked him. That's all.
But he's saying something different than Cynthia, the person he paid to
him and Cynthia need to work that out, don't they? I don't know. Yeah, Alex says I've purchased a lot from Heritage. Make sure you consider the 20% buyer's premium plus 7% tax and shipping when bidding. So it's going to be 27% more of your final bid.
Yeah.
So that is a consideration. We found that out on the
store. It does show when you bid, it does show the 20% on right away. So you got that, and then it doesn't show tax and shipping, but
okay, Tesoro Sagrado, just because you're now saying you're empathetic towards the searchers. So are you empathetic to the family that have said they absolutely do not want the contents of the treasure or of the olive jar out? Have you offered the olive jar to the family? Because if you're empathetic to a bunch of searchers that for the most part, except for a couple of candies and others that don't really like Forrest, the rest of us do. So then wouldn't you want to give the family the opportunity first and not have the issues that they say they're now going to have to litigate to stop you guys from what you're doing? Would you offer that to them? Did you offer that to them? Is that something that didn't work out? Tell us a little bit more about the olive jar, Tesoro Negrado. Because we can talk about the contents of the olive jar. Do you know the contents of the olive jar? I was told you did. And do you think that that would be appropriate to put for sale then?
Well, I
Tesoro
think the
Negrado,
family-
why don't you speak up, my friend?
I think the family has to deal with Forrest on that one, which they can't because he's gone. But Forrest is the one that said, I'm going to take this and let a searcher find it. And it's, you know.
Oh, absolutely. But I can't drill the guy that's already passed away. I'm the guy that's in here saying he's empathetic. If you're empathetic, do you think the contents of that olive jar should be, I'm going to get a drink. Stupid fucking.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, how's it going? World Series, Tesoro, you're
World
invited to the
Series of-
World Series of Fenn. You can be anonymous. We won't know it's you, but
Can we get a thumbs up for the World Series of Fenn?
So he says the LLC deemed it unnecessary to create dedicated podiums for information dissemination, given the compressed timeline. But then why are you here and in Discord giving dedicated information? So I don't know. Czar thinks the jar has been opened. Jars plural.
Well, Heritage has not said otherwise. And though not even has Tesoro Negrado said it? Because Cynthia said it on behalf of him, but has he said it at least on Discord anonymously or one of his troll accounts? Have any of those accounts said it hasn't been open? Or just Cynthia, who is paid to say and market?
And USA
Awesome.
China says it. He says, spill it. Do you have knowledge of what is in the jar, even secondhand? And that's the
Yeah.
question. Actually looking at it,
Prepare
meaning
to say
opening
no.
the jar or being told what is in it. There's two different things, but it would be helpful to know either one of those, the answer to both of those.
Great, that's the one. Let's answer it.
Cynthia's been paid. You said that, K-Pro. What does
Yeah,
that
the
mean?
coin. She said she got a coin for
You got a
doing what she
coin.
did.
So you could look at that as payment.
Not pay, yeah, no, she didn't get like cash or anything. No.
Right. Treasure Warriors have some popcorn. The LLC is
It's all
not
a mess.
aware of the
All
jar's
a mess.
contents. But you heard different, K-Bro, is that right?
I shouldn't be on here.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Somebody wants so far somebody's bid 17 grand to find out what's in that olive jar. But
What's the big gold nugget at? Is that like 18?
No, it's at like
That's-
25.
that's the most expensive piece so far, right? Let's see.
That jumped.
Big old gold nugget.
Share the screen, Mike.
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's look at the highest and the lowest. So across the top here,
No, here, do it this way. Go click up where it says 2022, December 14th, right there. Then go to browse all items. Not that I know how to do this because I don't have a freaking account. Then go list. And you can sort by, go to list.
Yeah, go
sort
highest.
by
Go
up
highest.
highest to lowest, and then you can go lowest to highest.
Okay, so
24,549, 17.6 ounces of gold in this gold.
that is
At 24 grand.
a
This is going to go a lot higher than the olive jar.
chunk of gold, boy.
Yeah, it's pretty big. And then below that's the olive jar at 17 grand. And below that is the weird looking necklace for 6,500. Looks like a bunch. Oh, there's a little frog on there. There's a bunch of fetishes, I guess. And then gold nuggets, which makes sense. The gold nuggets would be next. 6,200, 4,500, 3,500. The gold frogs at 3,100.
What a mess.
And the highest coin is this one at 2,600.
Which one is that now?
$3 coin, 1874, says United States of America. I have no idea who that is on the cover, but I mean, the face. Let's see.
So the 1903 coins, one of those is the one that had the rust on it.
1903. And this one. is-
1903 $20 coin.
Why do people want the one with the rust on it? I don't understand the attraction. Just because it's.
Well, because you knew where it was in the treasure chest,
It's the
but
most famous coin.
Yeah,
in
the
the
most famous,
treasure
but
chest.
there's no rust on it anymore. But
Mike
smell the
doesn't
sun-
have emotions.
All the Sunshine did
Emotional.
a good job of figuring it out.
I haven't seen that video yet. I guess I should watch it.
All a lie.
Lies.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems weird the way the LLC went about things. That's all. You know what? The LLC owns the treasure chest. They can do what they want. They can
Right.
pass it out in the street if they want to, or they could have put it on eBay.
Well,
They did it
Jesus,
the way
a
they
week,
did.
a week and a half ago, most of us were arguing. We'd even, including myself, had come to the realization like there's no way this can happen. Even
Right.
no matter what Cynthia is saying, this is just how Heritage does business. And then Saturday afternoon, I should say, came and it was like, or Friday morning, afternoon, and it was like, oh, okay.
But
we're
when you
wrong.
see anomalies like all the gold dust being bid up and then Heritage has made some
Well,
changes from
and
the
that
original.
doesn't, and that could be
There's
that,
Cynthia.
that
you
could
can
be
read hers.
anybody. That could be anybody. K-Pro. I mean, we can't point fingers at anybody.
Well, no, and it can be anybody, but at the same time that's the distinguishing characteristic of Matt and what he said. He was aware of it. And I don't know, that coupled with, and I'm going to say, like, Cynthia and I haven't spoken about all of this since then, because I found out some other things from other people. I'm going to tell you, it's not Cynthia. And I was upset. And that's why I've needed to walk away.
Oh.
And I don't know why I'm here, because this came out of kind of
The other
nowhere.
thing,
And I knew
though,
it would be a train wreck. So it's
The
a
other
train
thing,
wreck.
K-Pro, is things change. I
Right.
mean,
And that's what Cynthia just said in chat. I think Cynthia was legit. She said what she was at, and things do change and things evolve. And she is saying the random guy in here is the one that you need to listen to. Not
Don't lose friendships
I'm
over a
not,
treasure
and that's
hunt.
why I'm not talking to a lot of people right now, because I need some space on it until I can sift through all the pieces.
and if you guys don't like how Daniel Negreanu is handling things for the LLC, don't blame Cynthia for it. Blame the LLC.
Right,
You know what I mean?
exactly. And
3D
I don't.
Bronze, our old friend 3D Bronze with the super chat says, "Hello LLC, my name's 3D Bronze. I'd love to chess. Can this happen? Not crazy. Cynthia can vouch for me. Email me. Don't forget as in the 3D Bronze at gmail.com.
There's an interesting one right under 3D bronzes.
K-Pro, we have worked in lockstep with the Fenn family estate to ensure all of their wishes have been honored." Oh,
So I didn't see in the heritage part under the olive jar, if you disseminate or discuss any of the intellectual property, you will be sued vigorously by the Fenn family.
yeah, but
That would have been responsible.
That's
That would have
not
been
heritage
responsible. No,
auction
if they're working in lockstep, like he just said, they're
Mhm.
working in lockstep. That should have been more formal than random Candy. Nobody even believes it because Candy was so vicious to Forrest. They don't even believe that it was actually disseminated, that was actually Shiloh. Yes, it was actually Shiloh. I mean, can this be? Sorry.
I think that's on the family though.
Right.
family
No, I'm
feels
not
that way.
blaming any person.
Right,
But who owns the treasure chest right now?
The LLC.
Random guy in here, right?
Right.
Random guy should do something more than, if he's working in lockstep with the family, what Shiloh said should go out more formally. Put it on Medium. Put it on something other than random Discord, DM box of a random searcher. I mean,
So this is what it says. This is what it says. The on heritage auctions at the olive jar currently at 20,400 with the buyer's premium. All underlying intellectual property rights relating to this lot remain the property of the estate of Forrest Fenn and the Fenn Revocable Trust. So I guess I wonder if Heritage Auction is saying we did our due diligence. Now you have to actually go to the estate of Forrest Fenn or the Fenn Revocable Trust to say, what does that mean? What am I allowed to do? What am I not allowed to do? And I'm just playing devil's advocate of,
and someone should then have had some sort of statement prepared rather than a random DM in a random searcher account. And thank goodness she did share and she put it in screen captures because no one would have believed her. She makes up stuff. I mean, come on. And someone's going to spend 17,000 and let's hype it up. Let's market it really good so we can even get more. But they're working for the empathy of the searchers. They're empathetic to the searchers. Barf.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. You know what Forrest said? Take each piece to a pawn shop and don't tell anybody. But then what do you do with the olive jar? I guess you just open it and you read it and you keep it to yourself, if you would have went with what Forrest had mentioned to searchers to do.
I know it's the
you don't want to
question
pay
is
taxes.
why did Forrest put that in there if it's
right. And if
what's the point of putting
Well, and
that
now
in there?
we are not we're not entertaining private offers, but we were given a statement to say that you were, and given your legal
changed.
represent, and it changed 12
Changed.
hours later.
Right.
I don't know. Is this $1 million? I've done more planning for a $20 Chaseopoly on eBay. I know it's shocking. This is $1 million treasure hunt. It's so unbelievable. It has to be shenanigans because of the stupidity of what is happening. Hold on, I'm gonna take you guys.
Well, it's just things. It's a fluid situation. I mean, why? Because what Jack went, because it's just the whole way the treasure chest and the find was happened. It's just, it got all screwed up. I mean, I hate to say it. Jack should have been on Expedition Unknown with Josh Gates, you know, right there at 9 Mile Hole, saying this is where I found it. This is how I did it. And then they cut the Forrest Fenn and the den, but it just, none of that happened. It's not.
Wait. I think the best statement, because I've never heard this saying, because it must be a over the pond statement. To be fair, you're making a right pig's ear of this. And LLC guy says, we take your point. We take your point, and you're making a right ear. Are you all from England? Like, what planet are you guys from? A pig's right ear, and we're taking your point?
Okay, Pro, how would you have done it? If you had the treasure, if you bought the treasure chest from Jack, which you were entertaining the idea, if you bought it and then decided, I'm going to sell some of it, some of these items, how would you have done it? Would you have tried to be an anonymous, form an LLC, try and go through heritage? I mean, there's a lot to consider, a lot to think.
Well, the LLC part I'll put aside. If I decided, let's take it a little bit further. If I found it, and if I decided to do an anonymous LLC, here's the things I would do. I would have a press release ready with all of the answers, and that is validated in some way through Cynthia would be enough. So Cynthia knows LLC, has some pictures. They have pictures of her like that and all of that. And it goes through Medium. Let's just say what Jack did at a minimum. The things I would not do, I would not go through a random YouTube account, a Discord account. I wouldn't make multiple accounts. And some of them say that it's legit. Some of them say that it's not.
Yeah,
I would not. I
Yeah.
would have probably worked out something as, are we going to take private bids? Or is there going to be a reserve? Are we going to let some people in? Are we not going to let some people in? I would have probably, before $1 million sale, I probably would have worked that out. I'm just probably.
I'm listening to you no more.
That's fine. No one listened to me in the first place. I'm just going to
Oh,
say, I'm going to generally speak as it is. And again, I don't have hard feelings towards Cynthia at all. Cynthia did. I think she was excited about this. I think we all got to live through her with that smile when she was holding the treasure. It was awesome. She didn't tell me what was happening. She couldn't. She was under, her NDA. She could not. She did exactly what she needed to do. But did she know that LLC guy was going to go randomly on Discord? No. Did she know a lot of this stuff that's gone just stupid? In my opinion, no. But I don't feel anyone's to blame, but just clean it up. And you have 12 days to do it, or 10 days, however many days. And your cleanup is to come in on YouTube. Go just
20 days.
Okay,
So
you have 20 days. Hire a PR person. Go and just randomly put in Google. Oh, just never mind.
Well, they don't even need to do that. I think Tesoro Sagrado, you should make a Gmail account just like Jack did, have all the people email you the questions and then publish the answers to all those questions through the lawyer. Have the lawyer put it out, officially put it out. And that way you're answering things for the whole community and not just the people on Discord, not just the people that are watching our show, etc.
And then ask Heritage to just put this out via your PR group. They get 20% for a reason. So, I'm hearing you're not searchers, you're not emotional, but you're very good businessmen. If you're very good businessmen, freshman year of college could have got you through this one.
Tesoro said there is no official LLC messaging via Discord. What does that mean? There is no official LLC.
So I think what he's saying is he's not officially talking, is what I assume. You were verified to be the LLC, one of the members of the LLC, and you are talking on Discord. You might not intend to be, but you are. And all of your accounts, now that all of your accounts have been found, I didn't know that. I found that out on Ben's show and just went oily duck and
face palm. What an ending. December 12th. We can all raise a
Thank
glass.
God. Thank God
It's
it'll be
over. It's finally over. Or is it?
You really think it's gonna be over December 12th? Can we?
Well,
It is clear you, wait,
somebody-
wait.
Go
It is clear you have not had pleasure of operating with Heritage in the past. I have never dealt with Heritage ever. The only time I did, and I had great success with them. I had started an account. I put my credit card down. The only issue I had was the day after my video. Shame on you. And you know why.
So you think
You
they're
don't
the
want
ones-
me to say it. Fucker.
Oh, uh-oh.
Say it. Say it.
So no, I have no issue with Heritage. None. Zero. I've never had any pass with them. I never had an account with them. I've never been a part of the auction. Mike on eBay was the first time I ever dealt with him when we bought those maps. I had to contact some random Mike Cowling to help me buy
Yes.
some stinking maps.
Speaking of random,
This wasn't supposed to be a red button show.
Can I buy
I
you?
knew, Mike, I told you, I said to you,
That's why
I
she wore
didn't want
red,
to come
everybody.
on. I told you why. I'm not
this is
bad.
actually
What I
actually
found out,
blame me because I'm the one who
all you men,
I pushed your buttons the other night. Let's go live.
I know.
Yeah, I'm at the
I
poker
know.
table and Dan's like, come on, let's go live.
Look what Lorraine said. Copper Dan's a little devil on the shoulder. I don't have an issue with Heritage. Heritage seems great. When I was considering buying, they told me you're gonna have to go down to Heritage. Cool. I can go see Justin Posey. I could go see Matt. I'm sure they would just love to have lunch with me.
So
You're looking.
can you guys
He-
hear the soundboard? I don't know.
We can hear them. I don't know if the chat can hear them.
The hell's a sidecar?
Just
I
sorry.
think a sidecar. Think the whole car. You know
Live
what though?
audio.
This is when you sit back and you go, yeah. Can you separate your own issues using Heritage from a legit objective complaint?
Everything's
Are you
subjective.
serious?
everybody.
All right,
Sorry.
so, okay, so I have a YouTube channel and I have said, and I have a Facebook, I have said my account was suspended and I shared it. I didn't lodge formal complaints. I didn't do a petition. I didn't tell people run from this. I didn't do any of that. Can you separate your own issues? No, this is my issue. This is my house. Welcome to my house. So no, so I can say my experience. Am I going to cover up for anybody and say it didn't happen? No. If I had a note from Heritage that stated there is no communication with the LLC, this is standard practice, no problem. I didn't get that. I'm not covering up anymore. And Jeremy, I appreciate your perspective. I don't agree with it. Just like I don't agree with your moderating on Discord, but that's a whole nother topic.
So Huli has a question. This was pretty easy to answer for K-Pro. It says, K-Pro, one of your recent videos, you went to Dallas and showed a picture of Heritage with highs and lows. Are you invited to be an LLC, or why did you go, if you care to say?
I was in Dallas and I drove by Heritage. I thought it was going to be hilarious to do so. And then Mike said to me, you shouldn't even do that because people are too sensitive. And that was I was already in Dallas and for a different, nothing related to the chase. I was not invited to be the LLC. I think the LLC would say, if we really want to be honest, was I ever considered to be in the LLC guy? Come on.
Yeah, no.
Come on. You know you want to say it.
Live audio from Forrest, everybody.
That's the way I grew up, and that's the way I'm gonna be.
Oh, wait, were there more questions?
Forrest didn't care.
Or why did you
He
go? It was a personal trip.
Yeah, it was a personal trip. Nothing to do with the chase.
Nothing.
Or
And
so-
I thought it would be funny because I didn't know that Heritage was right next to the airport. So I just drove by and I thought it
is.
was funny. And then Mike was right. It was so sensitive. And just like I'm getting like worked up. Why do I care? Why do I care about a hole at 9 Mile that I was looking for and so passionate about, and some guy that took the log? Why do I care about that? Why do I care if these guys make a few bucks off of some searchers and hype up some stuff and market it horribly? I shouldn't care. That's why I said I need to go back to my life and walk away from this because it just makes me angry, the injustice I see. And now the guy's saying your issues with Heritage. No, it isn't. Know your facts. Nope, 0% truth to that. So now if you're trying to make it like that, what else are you covering up? Because we can have a back and forth. I might know some stuff.
Well, I think World Series
LLC
is
guy.
going to have a lot of discussion next year. So hope you can make it, Adam. World Series of Fenn.
Let's talk about World Series of Fenn.
World Series of Fenn is going to be a fun weekend where we all come together. We let all the beefs and all the arguments go, and we hold hands, and we have a poker tournament. And I'm going to have to put Ben Knapple's name on that trophy that's right behind K-Pro. He's going to come. He's going to defend his first place win from last year. And yeah, we'll have a lot of fun. Now, I don't know if we're going to have all the prizes. Again, we don't have details yet. But we do know it's going to be that weekend. Even if we don't have a poker tournament, even if we don't have whatever, let's just get together and have a drink and, toast Forrest Fenn. That's what it's about. We met a lot of new people last year and it was a lot of fun. Didn't we, K-Pro?
Yes, we did. It was awesome. It was fun. I don't think there was at the World Series of Fenn before it, huge drama because people don't have any lives. The day after and on, huge drama because they have no life. At World Series of Fenn, it was awesome. It was awesome. I mean, and Copper Dan wasn't there. That was the only not awesome.
That was not awesome.
That was the not awesome piece. It's awesome. You play poker if you want to play poker. You go and hang with whoever if you want to. You go and I didn't go to karaoke. Everybody.
I got to I was in Florida doing a show and Larry Sandell showed up. So I'm in the front. I'm in the booth talking with some clients, and I look in the back. I see my wife talking to this guy with a cowboy hat on, and I'm like, it's Larry Sandell. My wife is looking at him. He's just going on and on and on about the chase, and she's just looking at him like, "Who in the hell?" She's like, "Dude,
remember that vehicle that Larry had? Was that up in Santa Fe? Remember that thing he had that was like an RV? But
no, that was in Wyoming. Because remember when we thought it was him that had broken down, and we turned around to see.
Oh, Yellowstone. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had the exact same one, right?
It looks like he ran away. Adam asked if he was Justin Posey, and now he's no longer answering anything.
Dun, dun, dun.
Drop the
well, you know
mic.
what? Let's say it is Justin. So Justin bought it. Well, whatever. Him and Jack resolved whatever the issue was. Justin bought it. At least he's putting it up for people to have the option to buy some of it. He didn't have to do that.
I don't care who's in the LLC.
Awesome.
It doesn't really matter who's in the LLC.
I don't even care. I don't care if they make money or not make money. We get a chance.
Sell that jar. Have the Forrest Fenn family sue. Awesome.
A jar is.
So you think the jar shouldn't be sold? Is that right, K-Pro? You think it should be given back to the family?
No.
Oh, no.
No, I believe that if I'm going to use LLC guy, because I know I say the name wrong, Tesoro Negrano. If he's saying he's working in lockstep with the family, those were his words. We're working in lockstep with the family. Then they must know, because they're in lockstep. Lockstep means we're together every step of the way. They must have known that Shiloh was going to send out that messaging. That messaging is whoever buys it, they better not ever share. They better not ever read it. We will vigorously sue. And you can't even talk about the topics within it. I'm summarizing. So if you're in lockstep.
When did that part come out? That last part, I don't remember hearing that.
On Treasure Warriors, they had, I don't listen because it makes my ears bleed. So I just did the screen captures, and the screen captures looked like they were legit. I don't have the exact words because we don't have a press release. We have, just like we're a random YouTube. It's on Treasure Warriors or on Discord or on a private searcher's DMs.
Don't you think the family should do that? Because that might be Shiloh's opinion. Zoe might have a different opinion. We don't know.
I would say if we believe Tesoro Negrano, he said we're working with the family in lockstep.
Daniel Negrano.
Someone's out of step. Someone has 2 left feet. If it's what you're saying 10 minutes ago is correct, then that means you are in lockstep with what Shiloh said. Now, if he would have said this 5 days ago, before Shiloh said what he said, and then this happened, I can see them being out of step. He has said after Shiloh puts out to Candy, who then shares on Discord and goes on to Treasure Warriors, we are in lockstep with the family. Doesn't that logically state then that they are in lockstep with those actions?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Live audio with Shiloh.
Don't be a player hater.
Player hater.
You guys all are
Do you
jealous.
still have me falling down the steps at the World Series of Fenn in 2019?
Yeah, that's somewhere on here. I will say this, whoever does get the high bid and gets the olive jar, if you are going to share it, why not come to World Series of Fed and do it in person?
Yeah,
Or
because
rent a conference room.
so then we can be associated with Shiloh suing. Do you think Carl will be the attorney?
Oh, they're going
of
to sue
record?
him, not me.
Oh no, we're organizing the event. We will be deposed witnesses, maybe.
Well,
They can try.
I've
know a
said
couple
this
lawyers in the chase that might be interested in representing us. What's
I've
that?
said this,
Great.
I said this before. I got to believe that we're 17,000 on up is now bidding with enough money where you probably have your own attorney, and you've already reached out to that attorney before you bid any more and said, you know, you're figuring out the legal battle that may come to. Do you want to be involved in that? You know, do you
If
want
the
to just
family
buy
cared
that so you
that
can see it
much,
yourself?
They buy the jar. Super simple. That's what Czar says. Right. So if they're not, and LLC and family are working together, and LLC has not officially said through Heritage, it's not opened. It's only gone unofficially. And Shiloh has said, speak of it and we will sue you. That is, they're all in bed together on that because that's what we just heard, lockstep. So it's all a part of their plan.
Yeah.
So bid it up and then get sued. I don't know. I don't know what their plan is.
I
Soy
will
sauce.
I will say, as a voice of reason here, I think the way Shiloh brought that news out was probably not the best way to do it. And I don't think with any
Thank
sense,
you,
right?
Captain
I
Obvious.
don't think he should have come on here. I don't think he
Right.
should have used Candy. I don't think he should use Discord. I think they need to find a press release, somebody
Like
neutral,
medium.com that's like
something
completely anonymous?
neutral, because there's just too much emotion. And
Well, no, but what about Heritage that actually, this is not the Forrest Fenn private auction. Heritage is not, now the olive jar I know is going to be a little different, but there's collectors from all over the world. Are they supposed to know about Discord and Cowlazars channel and Candy was on Treasure Warrior? Like, seriously? This is what they're supposed to figure out?
well, and that's
Yeah,
why
but
I
play
said,
like a chicken.
not attacking Shiloh, let that be known. I'm just saying, you know,
Captain
and the
Obvious.
same goes with all this. I think K-Pro does have a point. There needs, I know.
I don't know.
but
I
I
just-
think-
Play
it's
out
just
the way it
awesome.
plays out.
It's gonna
Our
play out.
opinions are not going to change anything.
and
Unless-
maybe that olive jar, the little statement that's below it, maybe that should be lengthened a few more lines. But again,
No,
I think
but-
by
okay,
now,
let me
I think
ask
by
you
now,
then.
anybody that's bidding on that, I think probably understands that maybe they've already reached out to Heritage. Maybe they understand. I would hope that they do understand.
But okay, let me ask you, since Mike asked me, I'll ask you. If you were holding $1 million auction, let's just say it's going to be about that, maybe a little under, maybe a little over. Would you have, before your short 30-day timeline, worked out small things like, are you going to take private bids? Is there going to be a reserve? Is there going to be a live auction? Is there going to be security issues? Are you going to take people making appointments? Or would you wait, 2 or 3 weeks in before you start having any verbiage on that to Heritage, who says they don't know the answer?
I hear your point where you're going with that. I'm the kind of person that likes all the details worked out before. Now there's always going to be issues, but I think a lot of this, you think working with Heritage, that Heritage themselves would have said, we need to, before this thing goes, before you even announce it to anybody like Cynthia, let's get our ducks in
Let's
a
get our
row.
website that's actually functional.
Yeah, that was kind of a oopsie.
But
Yeah.
this is what we got. So
This is what we
let's play nice.
Our friend John Miller. Hey, John says,
Oh,
no
Copper
buffer.
Dan, let me be very clear. I'm playing extremely nice right now.
John Miller says no
Extremely.
offer to a museum to keep it all together. Didn't they say they tried, or didn't Jack say he tried or something and it didn't work out?
Cynthia recently put out on her YouTube that Jack did fulfill Forrest's wish for it to go to the Buffalo Bill Museum. And the
Neat.
Buffalo Bill Museum said, hell to the no, absolutely not. We will not take the risk. Searchers were too crazy. You can go see her comment on it, but Jack tried to do the right thing. Forrest and the Buffalo Bill Museum maybe Forrest didn't think of everything. Maybe they changed their mind. We said that about they can always change their mind. And they told them to go, no.
I wonder why the family and Forrest didn't just offer to buy it back, just like Rick did with Pawn Stars. I hate to go back to that again, but you know what the producers told me when I went back to them and said, you said it's worth 15 grand and I'm getting taxed that I have a value of 15 grand when I have to claim it because it was a prize that I won. And I'm like, it's only worth what somebody will pay for it. And they were like, well, we can talk to Rick, but we don't think it would look right if he was to buy it back. If he was to buy his own items back, then it looks like the game show. It doesn't really matter if he loses or not. So my item was the first one that he ever bought back. And the producers were like, we didn't really want to go down that road. So I wonder if the Forrest Fenn family, because the easiest thing would have been for us to say, I'll write you a check for 2 million, give it back.
Yeah, but think about how many more
it
lawsuits.
looks
They didn't
shady.
even want it back at his house. That treasure
Right.
chest never got back to his house. This one's a little different because there were so many. I mean, people were suing before, during, after. It was Tuesday.
So to be clear, K-Pro only has an issue with the olive jar and the small bags of gold dust. Everything else is good.
He loves.
That's what I took from tonight.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Yep.
So in closing, those are only 5 or 6 items out of how many? 400 and
407.
Okay.
475.
We've established that all the counterfeit ones are out, or all the fake ones are out. And we've established that I'm not allowed to bid on any of them after my video last week. Yes, that sounds about right. And everyone, you better kowtow because it sounds like.
Okay, bro, I'll just bid on it. They know Cowlazars.
No,
I
I'm minding my P's and Q's here because
exactly. Everybody has
I don't want my account suspended because
exactly.
there's something
They're
I
sending
really
a pretty
want.
clear message.
Never heard of them. Next.
Message. And sorry, I can't be bought. I don't know if it's affiliated or not, but I'm just saying, just like you said, I'm gonna mind my P's and Q's. So nobody better speak up or they won't be able to. Is that what you're saying? Are you minding your P's and Q's so you don't get suspended?
I
account?
think are speaking loud enough for everyone in the community. Did I not respectfully agree with you on a couple of your points, just in a softer tone?
Oh, you are doing such a great Copper Dan. You're the nice guy.
My wife taught me you get more bees with honey, and then I don't know what the saying is.
Or you get suspended. I get it. I'm suspended. I'm on the naughty list. That's fine. And it's a good lesson. I don't even know if it's affiliated or not. It's a huge coincidence of time, but there's been huge coincidences. I don't know.
Where's Jack in all of this?
And you know what? Hey guys, I think tomorrow, suspend Mike's account. Show us, because I own Mike. I'll own Mike. So anything Mike gets, I get.
Like, shut up.
It won't matter. I'm going to go to Mike's account. I'm going to Mike's account tomorrow. So else.
Did you mute her?
What? No, that was an accident. What happened? There you go. That was an accident.
Okay, Sean Dotson.
It was just for you, baby.
K-Pro, go for it. No point to hold back, Davio says. Davio wants a lot of people just want everything burned out of the ground.
Yeah.
I don't want to burn anything.
Come
you know what?
on.
At the end of the day, I need to take a step back. And maybe these are just incompetent yet great business guys that came together with $1 million. They just don't understand basic communication 101. Shiloh is legitimately, I think, caring for the family. I will say, out of everybody in all of this, Shiloh has been the most forthright, and just him, even though we always haven't seen eye to eye. And the family's in a hard position, and Jack tried to do the right thing, and he just needed to run the hell away. And the only person to blame is somebody that has passed, so we don't go there, that left a shit show.
Just kidding, Cynthia.
Good for you and your father.
Well, I don't know.
Do you think
I just don't know. Will they hit $1 million? So we're 10 days in. We have 20 days left to go. Right now it's at 360,000. Do you guys think it'll hit $1 million? Final bids at the end?
I think we're going to see a very interesting couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's the last few days has stalled out. It hasn't went up a lot, but you guys know how auctions work. The last 5 seconds could be huge.
Right. And whether people,
yeah,
if there's a group that has not been able to understand how you launch just take the first 2 hours of Heritage Auctions Forrest Fenn Treasure announcement and sorting. Now let's take them on the last 10 minutes of the auction when we're dealing with almost millions or millions. I don't even understand what's going to happen soon.
I did hear the last, if it does go live, your item comes up. It's very, very fast.
Mhm.
So go watch some other live bids so you know what you're getting into. Because I talked to Nelica. She goes, you got to be, it's quick.
And is that public, or you have to be there to see it? In other words, it's not televised, it's not
I mean,
streamed.
my understanding is you do not need to be there, but
So
again, these are great questions, and I just don't know where to get these answers.
Is there a live auction to conclude, K-Pro? It seems like we can get answers for this question. What I was told is what I was told before was no, then I was told now yes, and then I was told they're still working on messaging of what that answer will be. Because I mean, they have 12 more days, whatever.
20,
whatever.
You keep shortening the timeline.
Whatever. More than 30.
Hey, come on, details matter.
Well, here's the thing. If there was no reserve, there's strategies people would put in place on day 1 that's different than day 30. I believe, and I know they reserve the right to change it to the last minute. I think that's unfair, and life's unfair, so who cares? But I think people would have bid and strategized differently if they would have known some of the stuff that's coming out in the last week and a half. And I think the next 2 weeks, if this is indicative, tonight we had LLC guy in. He's probably back on Discord under one of his many accounts talking to things. Cynthia just said things did change. That validates even more. Exactly what I said. She was being honest, and now things have changed. How are things changing? It's 30 days, which is the shortest window ever. So it seems like you should have stuff locked in.
you don't think the LLC can change their mind about something they want to do?
I think they could change their mind about anything. I think the more they change their mind, the more this looks ridiculous. And the guy that I know that was going to buy it for 6 figures went, I was asked first, do you believe Shiloh's comments are actually Shiloh? And I said, from what I understand, yes. And he said that I'm out. I'm not going against the family. He goes, I buy it. I'd want it out for the community, but then Shiloh will sue me and the family. Then it's something I probably don't want to know anyway. And he's like,
that person was Douglas Preston.
Oh,
All a lie.
Just kidding. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's kind of a mess. So I believe that whoever buys the olive jar should probably reach out to the family and say, so what do you want me to do with it? Right. And then that person who owns it will make a decision. And if they decide they want to go to court over it, that's their right.
If I was bidding on that thing, I think I would be kind enough to work with the family and come up with.
Or let's take a step back. Maybe LLC guy spends less time in Discord and YouTube, and maybe talks to the family himself about, can we get some common messaging that we don't put out via a bar napkin, and we actually put maybe a medium.com to Suro Negrano, whatever the hell their name is. And we put some messaging that makes it seem like this is not as ridiculous as, and if you bid on it, you're not bidding against the family, because that's how people are feeling. And if this LLC group is anonymously going after the family, that's awful. But if they're in lockstep, like he says, maybe they need to focus a little bit more on messaging and PR and a little bit less on being a random troll in Discord. That's my opinion. But my opinion doesn't matter.
You were getting nice and smooth towards the end there, Christy, and then you kind of. You want me to smooth that out for you?
Yes, sure.
But breaking news, do we have that eBay link, K-Bro? Remember eBay? You sent it to me or whatever.
Hold on. Oh, wow.
What? A couple messages from Cynthia.
Yeah.
What about that black dude that had all that Cialis?
What was that all about?
I don't know. This thing just randomly plays stuff.
Yeah, I better check my phone, see if it's blowing up.
Hold on. I can't let me get.
Yeah, go ahead and read it, K-Bro. Or we could do it at a different show, because I'm going to make that video over the weekend I was telling you about. And I could add that to then.
No, that's Mike. Read it.
No. This is about somebody selling something on eBay. It's kind of not.
Okay.
It's related to Forrest Fenn, but it's not one of the items from the chest.
It's stinking cool. So
Cynthia, aka Chaos.
Okay, here it is. And
we are
can you
gonna
send
show it.
me
Okay.
a
So
link?
I will say this, maybe me and K-Pro won't get a gold coin from
We're not going to get
Forrest
anything.
Fenn's.
And sorry, Mike.
Treasure
And here's what sucks. Mike, I'm sorry. You're not going to get something because of me. And
Oh, I
you've
can
given up
bid
a
all I
lot
want.
for me.
They're not going to suspend my account.
Yes, they by
We'll see.
Hey.
It'll be interesting if they do or not. We'll see. But what I was going to say is at least we do have a gold coin from somebody else's treasure hunt. And that would be the Trolls Cash.
That's the
You
only
knew
way
that,
you're
Dan, right?
I
That we
have
bought?
the frog from Copper Dan. Copper Dan makes the world a better place. Except when you
Hey,
red-button him.
Mike, can I just add that's the only way you're ever going to win one of my treasure hunts is buy it. Oh.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, I just sent you a little something.
Which way? Gmail?
Little something.
Cowlazars, yeah. Okay, I have not read anything. I know those of you that have messaged me that are very important people. If I look at it now, you'll only get a knee-jerk response. So I will look at it just after the show. If I look at it, it won't be good. I see who it's from and I appreciate you and we're okay, but we're on different paths right now. And I will once I'm in a better place.
You want me to translate that? Because I think I can.
I'm so
The
trying.
laugh.
So before we went live, I said, "Hey, Mike, that's a nice cribbage board you got back there." And he goes, "It's a chessboard." I went, "Damn it, that's why I can't win that game."
Right.
Oh, you know what? We need to have a cribbage match at World Series of Fun. Just me and you
Cribbage?
for, oh my God, I play cribbage every
How about
day
poker?
until I
How
was
about a poker
15.
tournament?
Now cribbage, do you know that I got a 29 hand once?
I've got a 29 hand barn burners left and right. Come on.
Okay.
That was our
everybody, here we
game.
go.
Like my mom, we played every day. We would do tournaments and my dad would come in and he'd only play occasionally.
Okay. So we may have you all may not be able to get a piece of the Forrest Fenn treasure chest, but there's a searcher that reached out and they put something on eBay that they created. So check it out. This is Forrest Fenn inspired. Oh, did I do that right? Boom. You guys see that? One of a kind, handmade Forrest Fenn inspired turquoise bead, a boho style bracelet. It's on eBay right now. Somehow I'll try and get a link and put it in the chat. So yeah, it's kind of cool. There's all kinds of pictures here. There's a lot. Look, Thrill the Chase. Let me enlarge that. Thrill the Chase little thing there. Pretty cool. So there's a searcher that reached out and said, "Hey, could you share this?" So there it is. I don't know how many they have. This has got 3 days and 17 hours left. And if you go down here, there's a lot of description here, how to measure your wrist for the bracelet, etc. I think they're going to make them. I love Forrest Fenn's treasure hunt. I also love the design. I previously won Forrest Christmas ornament contest on Dale Neitzel's site. I also won Forrest Easter egg contest on Jenny Kyle's site, Mysterious Writings. I also participated in Forrest Fenn's gold coin contest, and my design was a favorite of some fanatics. Do they mean the Chase coin? I wonder. Okay, so check it out, guys. Forrest Fenn inspired bracelet. All right, there we go. Let me see if I can put the.
What else is?
What's that?
Christy, you're muted.
On mute, honey. I can't do it. I don't think.
Then you shouldn't
There you
mute me, dear.
All right, there you go, Hooli. Hooli's got the link right there. Oh no, that's not it. Oh, that's a different one. What the heck is this? Check this one out, everybody. I don't know where Hooli got this from, but check it out. If you can't buy the real one, here's another one.
Oh, geez.
15-carat yellow gold dragon bangle with rubies, emeralds, and diamonds. Nothing to do with Forrest Fenn's treasure, but you could probably buy it. Oh, 4,200. You could probably buy it and tell people it is. But if you could put the link to the other one too, Hooli, I would appreciate it.
I think we should invite Packer Jack on.
Packer Jack.
He seems on fire. Did I forget to mention the word sociopath? I can't remember. Hey, buddy, let's do a little red button showdown.
That's what he
Let's,
called
come on
Daniel Negreanu. So
yeah, he's fired up. Come on in. Oh, you're angry.
let me get to the other one. Darn it, I just had it. I wish muting your spouses in real life worked. Fripp 25. Wow, I hit the wrong one. Okay. So I think that's it, huh? Have we gone over everything? Have we complained enough today?
I think
thanks for having
Christy,
me on.
I think Christy feels better. She feels good to get
feels
that off
better.
your chest, doesn't it?
What did I get off my chest? Other than I sat and complained, I got nothing off my chest. Why is this any better?
No, I thought,
Isn't it better?
yeah, I think you should feel better.
Okay, I feel better.
I know, I feel better.
Did you feel bad?
No, well, no, but so I still feel better than I did when I came on the shows.
I don't, because if this made Cynthia upset, I'm not trying to upset Cynthia because this isn't my journey right now is not about anybody because I have to go it alone right now. So I'm hoping I didn't upset her. Tesoro Negrano's obviously upset. So Mike's account's going to get disconnected tomorrow. That'll upset Mike. And then, Santa won't even come to the house and he's going to leave me
You're
a bunch
on the
of
naughty
gold.
list.
I'm on the naughty list.
You're on
And
the
how
naughty
can you be
list.
okay with any of this? I mean, it's just not okay.
And they just look at the bright side.
The bright side of life. And this is usually when we start to ask Shiloh to consider something for World Series of Fenn. There's no way I'm messaging him right now. So it's a dash show.
Well,
It's
Pam
the
Parker
third
says,
year.
how much is the dust going to go for? And that's the
Oh.
thing. I think when
That's that bad subject.
well, I think when we said they're going to put the dust up and split it up, we were like, well, that's not going to go for that much, but it is because people are going to bid it up, whether
Oh,
it's
it's
intentional or
spiked.
unintentional,
The coins have
legitimate
not,
or illegitimate.
but 100%, every single slab of crappy dust worth about $150 has 300 times the value. And Matt DeMoss has said that is an indication everything's going to be hugely ramped up very soon.
May I add for Matt, that's in his opinion.
But it's not just gold dust. It's gold dust that was in Forrest Fenn's treasure chest. You don't think that it's
Exactly.
value?
Oh, it does. It would be the first thing I think everybody would bid up 300% times its value. Don't bid on those silly coins. Those coins, leave those down. Leave those big gold nuggets
Because
alone.
Anybody can bid on anything at this point.
If
a
searcher were to go after a coin that didn't have a lot of money, I would start with the $5 coins.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
that's a quarter of an ounce realistically. So what's spot value? Say around $450, $500. Now it's probably gonna because it's a lower end item and this is a chance for someone to get some. It could go a little bit more. I wouldn't think they would go for over 1,000.
The coins.
Yes,
The
$20 coins are gonna go for a lot. Some of them are already over 2,000.
And some of them are at $58. But the gold dust is good. It's 300 times its value. 300%.
I didn't do it.
Not 300%.
300%. It is
right?
3 times. So its melt value is $150.
Right.
The average one is $420 to $450. Why did it go 3 times its value when coins that are actually worth something outside of Forrest Fenn is well under spot price? Not 3 times spot price, well under spot price. And how did that all happen on the exact same day?
Hey, honey, I understand you're upset.
Well, do keep this in mind that some inconsiderate bidder could have did that with no intention of buying. And
It has to be 2 bidders.
I
It has
hope
to be
people.
2.
Yeah,
Has to
you
be
are
2.
right.
No.
You are right. You are correct on that because the way it works right now, you'd have to have 2 people in cahoots.
Huh.
Which I don't know.
Possible.
I don't know what to say about that.
Maybe the dust holds some.
I just
secret
know there's a
message.
reason. There's a reason I'm not talking about what I am bidding on. You got a 1 in 475 chance to guess.
76. They added an extra item.
Yeah, sorry.
So it says I'm winning on an item, but I can't tell what I bid on because I bid on like 20.
Oh, didn't they tell you that's how it works? You're not allowed
I
to
don't know
know
how-
until the
No.
last day.
Winning.
Wait.
90.
No. Did you see? It says on the Heritage site, you have to go into Discord and find Tesoro Negrano, and he will tell you which one, but only if you give him the secret password, which is "this is dumb."
Well, you were doing so good too, Capro. We had you on the
Good
right path.
job.
Oh, you're
You keep-
angry.
You keep sliding off.
It
You're
works.
back on the naughty list.
I am no, but this is the thing. I could be on the naughty list, or I could be on a naughty list at a whole different level. Here's the question I have. This is just a random question.
Are we talking party bus naughty list?
Mike was there. I don't know what he's doing. If the LLC lacks this much basic knowledge in how an auction works and basic people and business works.
This is not how you start a.
Okay, based on what has happened thus far with LLC, do you believe they're going to be able to remain anonymous?
If Cynthia gives them up, is the question.
That's it.
So far, we only know
You
Cynthia.
think Cynthia's the only one that knows?
I have no idea. It depends who
Maybe
it
they're
is.
very confident in some things and really not as much in others.
Fripp with the super chat says, why does everyone go off melt value of the gold? It's like saying some painting by an artist is only worth the canvas and paint. It's worth more than the melt value, obviously.
Packer Jack says, be careful, Copper Dan. You don't want to end up on an island with trail cams.
Don't be a player hater.
Copper Factory's going live tonight as soon as we're done. Isn't that right?
Oh, grab a drink. I'll come on any channel with Packer Jack tonight. We could set this house on fire.
You don't want that, Packer Jack. I can just tell you right now.
Oh, Packer Jack does. I don't think Copper Dan does.
Yeah.
I'm not on the naughty list.
No, just think about it. It seems like I am to Mike is what Packer Jack is to you right now. That is not a put down to you, Packer Jack.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing.
I feel like I bought a ticket to a train wreck.
I don't know.
That is how I feel right now.
I know the LLC really has done some bad things.
April, hey, Copper Dan, do you want to come on with us tonight? Sure.
LLC, I told him all of this up front, so please ban his account by morning.
I better check.
No, the dollars do not include the 20%. So when we say the olive jars at 17 grand, they whoever
and shipping
buys that has got to pay extra 20 grand.
Shipping and insurance.
20% plus what sales tax?
Look who we have here. Stuck in Chase Landia is in the house. So when we talk about tubers, and I think we need to embrace some of the tubers that are out there. Stuck in Chase Landia, I think, does a great show. And I think he should share his perspective on all the things happening in the chase. And Stuck, you just let us know when you're going live next, because I have some key questions for you. I will be in chat, I promise you. So please tell us when you're going to be on live, because I would love to ask you some questions.
Well, sounds like K-Pro's back, everybody.
No, I'm back. No, I'm not doing this ever again. My God, we don't want to cease and desist tomorrow. I will be in chat all I want.
So when she says not ever again, that means eight or maybe 9 days. Okay.
Don't write me a book, kid.
I didn't want to be here. I was coerced. My husband said he would divorce me if I didn't come on here.
I want to do a video on Beacon Star.
That's a lie.
Randy, you should come on and talk about the Beacon Star or something.
You weren't a liar.
Xavier Marks, anybody? I don't know.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
Are we allowed to say about that other hunt that a lot of people in here are interested in, but we're not like secret stuff, Mike? Let's talk about secrets.
What are we talking about?
Who wants to maybe come on and do a super?
Oh, no, because that's not a,
No. Some people have their secrets.
It's not confirmed with 6 exclamation points. So no.
Did you guys hear about a new treasure hunt coming out?
No. Is it yours?
For $50,000.
Is that the Calvary one?
Well, that's not new. Is
No,
there a new one for 50 grand? What is it? I have not heard of it. No.
I could care less.
I actually forgot I was going to help promote it for the.
You probably don't want to promote it here. The
That's a good
LLC will ban them.
Live audio from the LLC.
You got a problem?
You just throw some money at it and say,
I need a tumbled bear in my life.
That
guy was so cool. We talked to him on the phone. Me and the royal we, which was Mike, and I happened to be there. But he was so cool. I liked him.
Copper Dan's going to need a safe word next time he comes on the show.
Well, I didn't. He said no red button on him, and I think I held to that. I could red button you right now, Copper Dan. I know some things.
Oh, damn.
See, I wouldn't do that. Copper Factory 50K bail bond for K-Pro. Oh, Backer Jack.
I would just put
Oh, I know.
put a
where it
bounty
is.
on K-Pro in the poker tournament.
I'm not
don't
even
like
playing. I don't know if I'm even going.
You find it, Dan? Oh, you're going.
I'm looking.
Okay.
It's in my emails, and unfortunately, I got spammed, and I get like 70 emails a day on my good account.
Aren't
now.
they doing like a boxing match? We can do ding, you're the red button. That's what Holly just said. So we could do like, it's like a boxing thing. It's not funny. I don't even know why you think you're funny, Mike.
Okay. It's called the Hope Chest.
Oh, yeah. Chris Dotson, right?
Okay, you did hear about
Chris,
that.
is it? Yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
I
you're
did hear
keeping
about
it secret from the community? Is that
Well,
what
it's
you're
not
doing?
technically done or ready yet.
No, it's not ready
know
yet.
that.
But
He's the
I
searcher.
told him, he
So you
emailed
guys
me, and
know.
I told him.
Oh, we're
This is-
definitely gonna have him on the show, but I was like, wait till it's ready to it's a book. So there's a searcher who created his own book with his own treasure hunt for 50 grand. I was just like, well, wait till it's out where people can buy it. Don't do the show ahead of time. So that's all we're waiting for. Hopefully next month. So yeah, I did hear about that, Dan. Thanks.
So
Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Good.
there you go. There's my
Good time.
That's all you care about.
me.
Well, everybody, I think that sums it up.
K-Pro, are you
Diesel
sure
on the
you have
rocks will never come
nothing?
back in the chat again? What's
Anything else on your chest, K-Pro? You want to talk about what's in the olive jar?
Copper Dan, I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours here live right now.
I don't have
you
anything
go.
to say.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
And that's
I'm
the
pretty
problem
sure.
with the thrill of the chase, everybody. All this
Secret-
drama. Everybody's got their little
Secrets are
secrets.
lies.
Their little secrets.
They're little
Little
tiny,
secrets turn into big lies, don't they?
don't they? You know what? A searcher asked me today, I'm feeling somebody's maybe not telling me the truth. Who do you trust in the chase? And my answer,
It was Mike.
nobody except Mike. No, there's not one person in the chase I trust. Not one except for Mike. That's
For
not a slam
me-
on any individual person. Mike's just the one that just goes, hey, this is the truth. Boom. And that's it. Everyone else, and they might do it for good reason, etc. But we're all liars.
So my
Oh.
thing is when I hear these rumors about other searchers, so-and-so said this, so-and-so did this. I go, oh, okay. So what? I mean, yeah, that's bad. That's horrible. They did that. I'm gonna go to work tomorrow. I still got to do what I got to do here. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Is it kind of fun to hear these rumors of so-and-so this and so-and-so that? Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. It's none of it matters.
But you had
In the long run, none of it matters.
said to hear the backstory, you're like, I'd listen to it, but do I even want to spend an hour? No, I have the
Right.
Beacon Star. And so no offense, some people would rather hear the
Did
backstory.
you see that, Randy? Did you see what she did there?
No offense, Randy. I tried. I gave I did it mostly for Mike, but a little bit for you because I like you. No. I
We do have a
can't.
Beacon Star PowerPoint. She did make a PowerPoint, which was pretty awesome. So we got to give her that. Yeah, but all this stuff, it doesn't matter. The LLC is doing it the way they want to do it, and they changed it in the middle, and they're not doing it right. Right. So bid on it if you want to bid on it, and if you don't. And that's it.
And if you can't, you can't.
If
Sorry.
you can't, you can't.
They don't want your money unless you have a certain way to go about things. And you better mind your P's and Q's or you're not allowed to bid. They don't want your money. That's the headline. They don't want your money.
Now that could just be with Heritage. No, don't blame the LLC
Right.
for that.
I'm just saying the auction, Mike,
Big.
much like the LLC is in lockstep with the family, I feel that Heritage might be in lockstep with the LLC.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. And once I get official word back, and if they say, no, we don't share your private information, just this is normal to be able to even have an account. For some people, you need an email address. For you, we need a credit check and your insurance. They even asked, you remember when we called on the account? They're like, can we verify that you own your house? Do you remember they said that to me? And you're like, what the hell? They didn't ask me that. Do you remember that, Mike?
I don't, but yeah.
No.
Just because I don't remember.
Did you put me as a reference? Because that could be your problem.
That could be the problem.
That could be the problem.
No, I put Jack because I'm closer with Jack because he lives next to Auntie Mima in Tennessee.
Not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
Your mom goes to college.
Jeremy Paulnell says, just saying, one person's experience is not everyone's. And I do have to say, other people have told me they've had the experience, but I told them I need to see screen captures, emails like I did, or it doesn't.
right.
I think, Copper Dan, you're one that said you've heard this has happened to a couple of people
So
What's that?
on Facebook. Some issues with accounts.
And you are not the only one.
Oh, Jeremy, hold on. One person's experience isn't everyone. I'm not the only one. Maybe Copper Dan's lying on my behalf.
Golden Key Nuts says, I talked to Heritage and they cannot divulge to the Fenn family or the LLC who wins any of the items. I hope that's true. But
Can we, I would love to see, you talked to them. I'd love them to state that in an email.
Gotta be in their rules or bylaws somewhere.
Great. And
right.
You would think when a customer comes, they would say, I know they think we're all crazy searchers that have no money. So why would they even respond to us? Why would we want to bid on any items? Just let them go for.
I'm guessing K-Pro's account will get fixed on
I don't think so.
December 13th.
So Fripp is, yeah, that's right.
Just putting that out there.
That would be pretty bad.
Oh, 360 shows it works for someone. They paid over $1 million. Why do you think if that's your math, Jeremy, you are probably a part of the LLC if that math works for you, big bud.
So Fripp says, what if someone buys the olive jar and changes the names or some words when they publish it? Ooh, don't use the word publish it. Since it's not word for word, it's not protected by the family anymore. That's a very good question for a copyright or intellectual property attorney, because if the family does sue, that could be a very interesting case to watch. K-Pro could fly to Santa Fe and cover it.
I'm retired from going to San.
I
think Shiloh went off the handle and or was drunk when he made that statement. Just my opinion.
I hope there's something
I
in
think
that.
he's a happy drunk. Like the one, I think he gets more happy. I don't think he gets grumpy.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know though. I don't know if he was drunk. That was Mike saying that. Shiloh sent all hate mail to Mike.
Doesn't it seem odd that Forrest put some words in a jar, but it can't be shared? And it doesn't, what was the point of doing it? There's got to be something more to this.
Well, the issue is, I think Forrest didn't care if it was shared. I think the family cares if it was shared.
I
Why
thought
would Forrest put it in the olive jar if he cared if it was shared?
I thought Forrest, when he was still alive, said, I don't want this. Said you can't.
He said the family owns the copyright. Forrest said those words, correct?
Yes,
Forrest
he said that to me.
That
that was one of our Thor words that has been up on Thor. What? You don't know what that means?
No, the family owns the copyright. Now, what does that mean to the person who has it? Can I read it? I can't publish it. I probably can't make money off it, but what can I do with it? I don't think anybody ever defined that like Forrest. I understand the family owns the copyright, but what?
I have known that for years.
Right.
And I think what's in the jar is not, I don't know.
I don't think it's important, right? I don't think it's going to be a big letdown, I think is what it's going to be.
A letdown to who?
A letdown to the person who spends thousands of dollars to read it. Unless they really want Forrest Fenn's hairs that he says are in there. That could be a cool thing to say.
Yeah, it's all over
That's
the hair.
Forrest Fenn's hair. I mean.
Dear Lord, Mike.
Whoa. Now, if you want something worth a lot of money, a piece of Copper Dan's hair is a rare thing.
I don't know really little tentacles. Is that true?
I don't know who said it, but somebody in one of our shows says Copper Dan's gonna bid $100,000 on the olive jar just to get the hair.
That was William Ortiz.
William.
Our old friend William Ortiz. Oh, that was funny.
I don't mind that the copyright isn't allowed to be shared, the intellectual property. I mind that you're not even allowed to talk to the topic.
Well, that's obviously
let's say the topic. Let's just say, even though I know you guys think I'm crazy, I'm going to say it anyway. Let's say the topic is related to DB Cooper. So if you say DB Cooper, the family will get you for millions.
Now, John Miller, our friend in Michigan, says, I was denied by Heritage at first and had to follow up with an email, and the following day was verified and account created.
Why were you denied, John? What did they tell you?
Maybe you should what did they ask for? John.
Did you have to have a background check in your ID? Like this is it. It would be nice, like Jeremy says, if it just happens to me, if it happens to everybody as common as Heritage, great. That it happened, and it's totally a coincidence, I know, the day after my video, shame on you video, it's sus. You guys on Discord, you guys say sus all the time, right? It's sus. I play that
I
one little
know.
game. What's
When
that
I-
game that Eric and I play, Mike? Among Us.
Phase 10.
It's sus. I play Phase 10
Oh
too.
man, Among Us. Yeah,
I
everybody.
know. When I first went on Discord, that word was being used a lot. I'm like, what the fuck are they? I'm like, oh, I figured it out.
Just don't use Sadhorn, or we'll accuse you of being somebody else.
Oh, they'll start after your kids because that's what they do on Discord.
Hey,
Hey.
Hey. You're gonna be at
How
World
about-
Series of Fenn, Copper Dan?
Oh, he's got to check with Princess.
I gotta check with the princess, but we're feeling pretty strong because I got nothing going in February. That part of February. I got later in
Audio,
February.
Copper Dan. Well, you and the Copper Princess were just in Vegas. Did you have a fun time? You think
We
you
had
could
it.
get her to come back?
I had to drag her down there by her hair, but
Oh my
Thanks,
God.
Bill. I might be
Okay,
showing her my
though
O
that
thing.
might be the truth,
Oh,
the pictures of
you know what I'm
shame
talking
on
about.
you,
Oh.
Michael,
All right.
talking about Copper Princess.
Princess.
I do have to say that,
Yeah, no,
no,
look
stay
at
on
it.
track here. I do have to say, you guys did the zip line. You guys were eating like awesome food. When you do, I was wondering, like, how's he going to do in Vegas? You guys seem to live it up. It was awesome to see those pictures. So
yeah, she had on the plane ride home. I go, so can we come back? And she says, hell yes, but we just got to do different shit next time. I said, well, there's a lot.
you know what
I
she
said,
should
you
do?
saw a small portion of.
she should come to World Series of Fenn. She'll see a whole different side of Vegas.
Oh yeah.
You should have went to Mystere. I told you. You went to the wrong show. I got to get back. I'm going to drag K-Pro by the hair to go see Mystere. Mystere is the very first show I ever saw in Vegas in 1992.
Chris Angel.
Yeah, Chris Angel.
Mike, you did ask. He is.
Yeah.
He left. I left there with my mouth open, going, "How the hell did he just do that?"
Right.
And I don't.
Wait, Copper. Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm gonna go calm down. Look at Packer Jack's comments after you guys are done talking about whatever.
Packer Jack, zero hesitation. I'm already committing to World Series of Fenn, and I bring great prizes and gold frogs. We better see some DB Cooper related items there, Packer Jack. Packer Jack was over at CooperCon, for anybody who doesn't know, rubbing shoulders with all the people over there. So that'd be cool. I hope we get everybody back that was there last year, plus the new people. That'd be a lot of fun. Be a good way to end it.
It's always a good time. I'm sad. I was bummed I couldn't be there last year, but I think I'll be there this year.
All right.
It's always good. I was afraid you guys weren't going to have it. I know you guys got a lot going on with your parents and all, but
yeah, it was kind of hard, but I mean, it'll be hard, but whatever. We just said, let's just pick the weekend.
If you need help with anything, I'm sure there between me and whoever will.
Yeah, for sure.
If you need someone to work prize patrol.
Yeah, and I don't even know what we're gonna do with that.
Well, there's a few of us that will bring stuff.
Yeah, for sure. We just can't ship it. That's all. Make it small enough that people can take it with them on the plane, I guess. That is horrible.
So for those that didn't hear, whoever so Czar and Meeps won the nice map frame that I did for them, and it got lost.
Not what I heard.
Lost by FedEx.
I heard it now is owned by the LLC guy.
It got lost. Somebody stole it. That's what happened.
Probably.
Exactly. LLC.
I
guy.
actually.
Or did you give it to Jack?
I want to make it right. I want to make it right for them. I just haven't done it yet. So Czar and Meeps,
What are you waiting for?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Can you stay tuned, Meeps and Czar?
Oh, I've been so busy with this.
People.
I've been so busy selling this treasure. I mean, what?
February 4th, 2023, World Series of Fenn. Get there. We'll have all the details later. Probably not until right before, but just get here. It's at Bally's, Las Vegas. We'll probably do Fremont Street. We'll probably do Ellis Island. We'll probably have a poker tournament. We'll do whatever. We'll figure it out.
So I took the Copper Princess to Fremont Street, and she was kind of antsy. Like, it's too early to go. So we ended up getting down there at like 5 o'clock or something. And she goes, "Oh man, this is it." I'm like, it doesn't get fun until after dark. So we went, I don't remember there's a restaurant there where you can go upstairs, a bar, and sat 2 drinks is all. And I'm a lightweight, but my wife is not. And 2 drinks, disco ziplining, you know, so
Yeah.
we,
You did it?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We
there
went
were some
Superman
great
ziplining.
pictures. Yeah.
And then we had another drink on the street. We left there feeling there was no pain.
That's what Freak Show Street is all about.
Well,
Oh,
when
Oh,
we
you
went to
didn't get any
Fremont
bruises
Street,
on your butt. You're okay.
when we went to Fremont Street with my son, D-Pro, to do the zip line, it was at 5. And by the time we were done, it was about 7:15 and it had just gotten dark. And he was what, 12? And we're walking out and I knew because the nightlife was coming. He goes, Mom, I just saw boobies. And I said, we're out of here. And we took a sideline down we were out of here.
so my wife saw the nun. Have you seen the nuns?
Yeah, the big
Oh my
hooters.
God.
Yeah. I had to pull D-Pro to the
These are
side.
ladies, and they shall be treated thusly with respect and dignity.
There you go.
The best was she's like, okay, we're going to a show. No topless shows was her rule.
Oh,
No topless
really?
shows were good. So what's the first thing that happens at the Chris Angel show?
Topless?
They weren't topless, but they
Oh.
weren't. They didn't have a
They
lot
probably
on.
had nipple covers only.
And I just looked at her. I'm like, you just said no topless. I'm what took you to a magic show.
They call them tatas for a reason.
Yeah.
Topless.
The magic trick is they're naked.
Okay, serious question. When are you going live with Packer Jack, you and him on the Copper Factory? Because I think he has something to say.
I have no idea.
To be continued.
Maybe if Packer Jack wants to come on here or wants to go on another show. I don't know if
Point
I'm allowed to say
counterpoint.
that.
Maybe we could do a little point counterpoint.
Bring
The
it
Copper-
anywhere.
The Copper Factory is not going to discuss things like this on it.
Oh, you're not going to do
Oh,
another percent show?
okay, whatever. You can do it here, but you can't do it there. Come pee on my carpet. Don't pee on yours. Okay, whatever.
Hey,
Live audio. from
I thought we
Copper
got
Dance.
that straight.
Jeez, I've never seen anyone so whipped so fast.
All right. I think that's it, everybody. What is it? 10 o'clock at night.
Jeez.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I don't think we're going to go live again before Thanksgiving.
Ever.
Ever. Not
The
until Kate
cease
Broke
and
gets her
desist.
account back.
The cease and desist will be here in the morning. I don't know. I don't even want to look at my phone right now. I just
No.
looked at it for a second and I saw that. Yeah.
Next time we'll get a few more drinks into K-Pro before we go live.
Oh, I'm
And
trying
we
to be
could-
good.
We can really see how she feels about the situation. Because I don't think we got the true feeling of how she feels about all this.
No, you got
Well-
some general stuff. The things that I'm upset about are things that I don't want to say, which just is. I wish this was a better.
You should
idea.
start saying it, then Mike mutes her.
Hey,
No,
Mike,
I
we're
did
going to
that.
talk about
Yeah, I
that mute button, my friend.
It won't happen ever again until the
Hey,
next
Mike, do they sell those mute buttons?
Right.
One for my Popper Prince.
David Orozco.
Yeah, you know that they sell those right next to the couch that you live on.
I think we're still there.